So in this video, I'm going to take you step by step through how to make your own video game controller using an Arduino and our kit from htm-workshop.com. Okay, so here we have all the parts you need to get started. We got breadboards, jumper wires, all the parts we need to make this circuit. If you want to, you can always do the soldering version after you do the breadboard version. Okay, so first thing you want to do is take your Arduino and go ahead and put that in the breadboard. We're going to put in the OLED screen. Make sure that's nicely in there. Okay, next we want to go ahead and start grabbing our jumper wires. Now, if you want to make your jumper wires look really clean, nice and neat, you can use some sort of pliers to do the bends and make your jumper wires look really straight and professional looking. We're not going to do that for all of them, but I want to show you how to do it. It does help if you ever need to troubleshoot your circuit, and it helps you keep your circuit nice and clean. First, I'm going to go ahead and put this red jumper wire in the V-in on the Arduino. Then we're going to go ahead and connect it to the power rail on our breadboard. Okay, next we're going to connect the ground on our Arduino to the ground rail on our breadboard. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and make connections from the power rail of one breadboard to the power rail of the other breadboard. I recommend keeping your wire colors consistent. That way you're less likely to make a mistake as you're making connections. So the next thing I went ahead and did is I've connected the screen VCC to the red power rail, and I've connected the GND pin on the screen to the black ground rail. Next, we're going to wire up our push button switch. So we're going to make sure we have everything in a correct orientation. I want to make sure we go over the gap on our breadboard there. I like to leave enough space between my screen and my button so that I can later put my LEDs. So we're going to go ahead and use the capacitor. Now it's important that the legs of the capacitor are on the same rows as the legs of the button. Then we're going to connect our resistor to the grounding rail, or also known as the low voltage rail. If you don't want your resistor legs sticking out so far and you want your resistor more flush to the breadboard, you can go ahead and trim those resistor legs down with some wire cutters. So I went ahead and built the other button circuit. It's pretty much mirrored the exact same as your previous button circuit. Okay, from here you want to connect the buttons to the Arduino. So we're going to connect the left button over to our Arduino on D2. That's the digital pin 2 on the Arduino. And then we're going to connect the right button on digital pin 3 on the Arduino. Our next step is we're going to create the LED circuit. So we're going to make sure we pay attention to the long and the short leg of our LED, with the short leg being the cathode and the long leg being the anode. So we want to make sure we connect the long leg of the LED to the positive rail and the short leg to the negative rail of our circuit. We're going to go ahead and put this resistor on the cathode side, connecting the cathode of the LED to the negative supply. And then from there, we're going to connect the anode of our LED to D4 on our Arduino. And next, we're going to connect the other LED anode to D5. In this case, I don't have a jumper wire that's long enough to reach, so I'm going to go ahead and use 2 jumper wires. Okay, next you can go ahead and grab the microphone. You want to make sure you notice that there is a positive polarity indicator on the microphone, so that when you put it into the breadboard, you have it in the correct orientation. Here it is in the breadboard, and you're going to want to make sure you connect the positive power to that positive polarity part of the speaker. And that's going to go to D8 on your Arduino. And next you're going to go ahead and connect the negative polarity to the negative bus bar of your breadboard. And next, we're going to connect A5 to SCL on our screen. And then we're going to connect A4 on our Arduino to SCA on our screen. Okay, now we got to power the Arduino. There's two ways we can do that. We can either use a USB cable, plug it into the Arduino, or use a 9-volt battery. I'm going to go ahead and just plug in the Arduino, which will then provide power to both the Arduino and the screen. Congratulations, you have just built your own video game controller. If you enjoyed that project, want to learn some more about electronics, soldering, medical devices, check out our other kits at htm-workshop.com.